Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for attending tonight, whether you're listening at home to a pre-recorded version or you're attending live. Tonight's Algonquin College webinar is called It's Not Too Late to Apply. So tonight we're going to focus on a couple different topics, and really I want to quell kind of the any fear that people might have about maybe it's too late to attend Algonquin College in the fall. Absolutely it's not. There's still lots of time, and today I'm going to show you how to find which programs are open and how to use the application process. So this is myself. I'm Jonathan Holmes, Algonquin College recruiter. Picture me from Ottawa Comic-Con, of course, sitting in the captain's chair. I've been with Algonquin College since 2010. I have run this webinar probably 8 or 9 times now on how to apply to college, and I also help students in August do a late application station. It's kind of like a triage. So I've got a lot of experience with the OntarioColleges.ca application process, and today I'm going to show you some of the tools that'll make attending Algonquin College as a student a little bit easier. So a couple things I want to cover tonight is how to find which programs are open at Algonquin College, how to apply, and of course the next steps. After you apply, what comes after that, and kind of build you a little bit of a timeline. Now my goal here tonight is to actually do this in about 25 minutes and leave it open for live questions at the end of the webinar. So I'm going to go through this pretty quickly, but there is a question function and we will be taking live questions at the end of the webinar, which again 25 minutes we're going to be aiming for. So first and foremost, your first step of course is deciding on which program is right for you. That's extremely important. I want you to make a good, solid investment. And of course, the Algonquin College website is a great resource to learn more about our programs. So we are right now past what's called the deadline for equal consideration. So if you are planning on attending Algonquin College in the fall, you should know that there are some programs that will be waitlisted or will be actually closed. So how do you find out which programs are still open? I'm going to give you a demo in my presentation here, and then when I'm summing things up, I'm going to actually give you a live demo on the Algonquin College website. So, firstly, we've got 2 different options. You can actually go to the Algonquin College website, and right now, one of the rotating banners is this banner right here. It's not too late to choose your program. If you click that banner, oh, sorry, I went the wrong direction there. If you click on that banner, this one right here, it's going to bring you right to OntarioColleges.ca. It's going to be a live list of currently what's waitlisted, closed, or open. Now, it's a full alphabetical list, and it does include programs that start in January as well as September and even May. Now, open programs you can apply to, and you could probably get an acceptance within a couple days. So anything open right now, go for it. Awesome. If a program is waitlisted, you can still technically apply to it, but we can't guarantee that you'll get an offer. Right now, if a program is waitlisted, it means we have more students who've applied to this program than there are currently spots in. But as some students maybe decide on other programs or decide to take a year off, people will move up a wait list and people will get offers of admission later on in the cycle. But there is no guarantee, unfortunately, if you are put on a wait list that you'll get an offer. If a program is closed, that means, unfortunately, there's too many applicants and the wait list is too long. So unfortunately, you are not able to apply to anything that is closed. So that's one way to find out how to get to open programs. I like this one as well, though. AlgonquinCollege.com/RO. That brings you to the registrar's office. So the one on the front page, that's a banner, that's a rotating banner, and it won't necessarily be up all year long. So if you're watching the recorded version and you don't find that banner, this is your go-to, AlgonquinCollege.com/RO. From this website, you're going to go over beside the home button, you're going to click on the plan. It's going to bring a draw-down menu. You go to choose your program, and then you can see here you can actually divide the programs by which term you might be looking to. So I put an arrow towards fall 2016 because that's the closest term to us. But you can also select winter 2017 to find out programs that start in January. So once we click our desired term, it's going to bring up a page just like this. This is a live document, so this is updated daily on programs that on program statuses that are waitlisted, open, closed, or sometimes suspended if we're reviewing an older program and maybe revamping it. So I like that a lot, and it's a great way. You can actually go and check out what programs are offered in winter, in spring, as maybe alternative offerings, or maybe as your second or third choice on a college application. So you got two websites there, algonquincollege.com, one of the front banners, which programs are open, and algonquincollege.com/RO, choosing your program. So planning, choose your program, selecting the term. So if you find some programs that are open or waitlisted that you would like to apply to, whether it's for September or January, your next step is actually going to be applying. Now, all college applications go through ontariocolleges.ca. There will be a $95 fee, and that will give you 5 choices of programs. So you could choose 5 different programs at 5 different colleges. You could choose the same program at 5 different colleges. When there's a school you really like, let's say, hopefully Algonquin College, you can choose a maximum of 3 of those 5 choices. Can be at any one college. So you can only choose 3 programs at Algonquin College out of those 5 choices in total. So this is what their website looks like. It's very, very user-friendly. Brilliant thought has gone into this website. I really got to give them credit. They've got an amazing tool here. It's a great tool, obviously, for applying to college, but you can also search programs across Ontario for something that you might be looking into at the college level. So really, your first step is clicking that apply button right in the top screen. It's going to bring you through the processes, and I'm actually going to show what that looks like live until you get to this stage. Now, for the most part, the start of your college application is going to be a lot of personal information, contact information, making your password, clicking confirm, and going in and getting a confirmation email to activate your account. The meat of the actual application process is when it comes down to managing your program choices. So I'm going to show you how to do that live. This is a screenshot currently, but I'm going to show you how to do that live. So let's quickly review. So I'm going to take us out of this presentation, and I'm going to bring us first to the Algonquin College website. So let's review first how to find open programs. Here's the banner. It's not too late to choose your program. If we click that, it's going to bring us to a live list of Algonquin College programs. Now again, that's right on the front page, one of the rotating banners, but it might not be there all year if you're listening to the live recording. So what you can also do, algonquincollege.com/RO for the registrar's office. So you're going to highlight plan, you're going to go choose your program, and you're going to choose, well, whatever term you'd like. I chose fall 2016 because it's the closest term. And this will show you a list of the programs that are currently open. Right now, as of July 21st, 2016, we've got some programs are waitlisted, but we've got a good amount of excellent programs that are still currently open. So you'll see programs like Recreation and Leisure, awesome program, especially if you like working in the community. That program is still open. Some of our heritage trades programs at our Perth campus, like our Heritage Masonry program, that has pretty much 100% employment, is currently open at our Perth campus. Hotel and restaurant operation management is open. It's a phenomenal program. The outdoor adventure program at our Pembroke campus is currently open, and you get up to 21 different certifications in things like whitewater rescue or winter camping. Amazing program. And sometimes sometimes programs that you don't expect will be waitlisted are. So it's important to keep checking this list, because every year some programs become more popular than others. And sometimes there's spots available in programs that you would think are full, like your occupational therapy and physiotherapy assistance program. Highly competitive typically, but currently actually we have a few spots left in that program, as well as programs like PSW. It's a great 8-month program. Stands for Personal Support Worker, which is in the nursing stream and allows you to move on into nursing, into the nursing field, both practical nursing and the Bachelor of Science nursing later on. So that is how you find programs that are currently open. How to apply to college is a slightly different ballgame. So here we are, we're live on ontariocolleges.ca. If I click apply here, it's going to bring us to the registration page. Obviously pretty straightforward stuff. I don't need to talk too much about this. What's really important though, please use your legal name. It makes it so much easier when it comes to getting transcripts from either high school or another college or university if you use your legal name and it matches with your college application. Every year I get a couple people that decided to put in a nickname, and then it's always a couple more steps to kind of make sure all that information is put on their file. Date of birth, email. Please use an email you're going to be checking, because you'll be getting some vital information, and it'll tell you when you're accepted or when to confirm an offer. And finally, of course, you're going to design a password. Write down your password. You need a minimum of 8 characters. You need symbols. You need numbers. It's important. Same with the challenge questions. Every year I get students coming in late and they forgot their password, they forgot the answers to their challenge questions. Write that down somewhere safe, just so you have it. Once you complete this page and you click agree to the terms and conditions, you will get a confirmation email that allows you to activate your account. Once you activate your account, then you've got free reign to start your actual application. So I'm going to log into mine. See, I saved my password there because I've forgotten it a couple times when doing this presentation before. Now, on the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see a number of check marks next to these fields, so like personal information. Once you complete these fields, it's going to give you a check mark that you've completed. At the end of each page, you click Save. It's going to move you to the next steps. And for the most part, it's all fairly straightforward. Personal information, pretty easy. Contact information. This one always tricks me a little bit. When you're doing contact information, you're required to put in a mailing address. There's not a field here. You got to click this button to actually put in your mailing address. So it's a slight extra step, but then your phone number and things like that. Authorized users refers to someone else who will have access to your application account. Most people are not adding any authorized users, but some students may want to add a parent. Citizenship and residency. You essentially tell us whether you were born in Canada, a Canadian citizen. Now, I will say if we do have any international students who are listening tonight, I will urge you, there will be some questions that are better fielded by the international department, and their email is international@algonquincollege.com. So some specific questions like passport and visas, that's better tackled by the International Recruitment Office, where I typically work with students from Canada. But however, I'm happy to answer other questions that you might have about Algonquin College. So education, you're going to put down the different schools that you've attended in the past. When you're adding a Canadian high school here, you can go here and select the city. Now, I'm from Kemptville. Maybe some of you have heard of it. I imagine many of you have because it's just south of Ottawa. So I just hit K. It's brought me to the K selection. I'm going to hit Kemptville. So Ontario, Kemptville, find schools. It's going to give me the 3 schools that are available in Kemptville. I attended North Grenville High School. There's also St. Michael's High School. And that's how you find your school to attach that to your application. Now, some students, if you are from the Barrhaven area or around Algonquin College, check Ottawa, but also check Nepean because, there's still the Nepean city name in the selection. So now I've already added this. So I'm going to go back to here, and you'll do the same process with a post-secondary institution. So let's add a post-secondary institution, because the reality is colleges are now getting a ton of students from universities, both locally and abroad. So you can add that information as well, and we'll need that information if you're applying to one of our graduate programs. Okay, so an institution in Ontario, I'm going to find schools. Because Algonquin College starts with A, we're going to be near the top. All right, I attended from, I'll see, yeah, when you're doing this, you always got to count backwards a little bit. So, from September 2007 to April 2008. Now, that being said, if you're currently enrolled in a school, you can click this button here to let us know that you will be receiving those credentials. And then you put in your major, you put in the credential you received. So in my case, it'll actually be a certificate, and then student number if you can remember it. And then it'll add to your list. So after that, the next section is financial support. This is only if you're getting sponsorship. Many students probably are not, but sponsorship might be like an Indigenous band. It might be the Crown Ward or social service agency, and chances are you would have filled out a little bit of paperwork to help support. And sponsorship might cover your application fee, might cover some down payments, things like that, or even some of your educational costs. Now, there's an area for experience here. So you've seen that I've put down my experience working my very first job at the Birch Rapids General Store, and my current experience working at Algonquin College. Now, that being said, I've had a lot more experience other than that, but I just used two as an example. If you're getting down to the wire, I have seen students rush through this step a little bit quicker, and that's okay. Some programs that we do offer will look a little bit more at workplace experience, like our social service worker program at Algonquin College. So you can edit details, click here to add some more job experience. If you've done any testing, so entrance testing in another college, maybe something like IELTS, you can add the test information here and add any other things you're involved in right here under other activities. So after experience, that's going to bring us to the meat of the application, the program choices. So this is where you really get to pick the programs that you want to attend and actually start applying to them. So right now I want us to start fresh. So I'm going to delete these choices. So it looks like exactly what it's going to look like when you log in. So you come in to managing program choices. Now again, make sure, now I've got a couple different applications here because I applied last year. So right now I'm under August 2016 to July 2017 because that's when the program start date will be. So make sure you select the appropriate year depending on when you're applying. So I'm going to add a program. I'm going to choose I'm going to type in recreation. Now I can do a search for all colleges, or I can just choose Algonquin, and then it brings up the program availability. So looks like I've got recreation and leisure. It's currently open. You can see under availability that this program is open, and it tells you how long the program is. It's a 2-year program and the start date. Now this program starts once a year, so there's no secondary start date. So it'll come to edit program choice. If you are intending to enter the program in the first year, you click save. Don't worry about the rest of this unless you've taken years of this program before and you're re-entering this program. So I click save, and now it appears under my program choices. So let's add a little bit more difficult one. Let's add electrical. So again, I'm gonna keep focus on Algonquin. Okay, so the reason I said this is a bit more difficult is some of our programs will have multiple intakes. So we have a couple different electrical engineering options right here. So you see the first one is waitlisted. That's a program that starts September 2016. So that's currently waitlisted. You can apply to that, but no guarantees. This one that's open right here is for January 2017. So make sure you pay attention to the date, the start date. I would hate for you to apply to January, but you think you're applying to September. So I'm gonna add that January one. You know, I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket. Maybe instead of starting in September, I start 4 months later. Now again, going back to the Algonquin College website, algonquincollege.ro, you can actually choose winter 2017 to find out what programs are open for the winter. It's always a great idea if you're applying to something competitive like nursing. Practical nursing is offered in September, and it's also offered again in January. So that might be a good second choice or a good backup plan if you're applying to programs that might be waitlisted or competitive. I can apply to both levels of electrical engineering, one that starts in September, one that starts in January, as my backup plan even. Okay, and let's add one more program here. Masonry. Okay, so, and I chose this program because I love this program. It's 45 weeks long, almost guaranteed employment. Oh, I love skilled trades. Phenomenal. So that's at our Perth campus. Oh, sorry, accidentally highlighted some stuff there. Again, going to click Save. Now we have our 3 program choices. So, what you can do here, you can review them. Now, if you're applying to other colleges, you might have up to 5 choices here. Now, I can edit, I can delete these choices. You know what? I decided I want to move Masonry to my number 1. So I'm going to click Move Up. Move Up. And now it's number 1. Now, keep in mind, this has no effect on you getting an offer or not. It's totally for our use of data, and it helps us kind of gauge how many students are attending versus maybe not. You know, if we're a bunch of students 5th choice, we know they're probably not attending that program. If we're a bunch of students 1st choice, we know the likelihood is, you know, those students are coming to our program. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna, you know, if you decide, you know what, you want a new program, you can delete an option, and then you can add another one. See, with 3 choices, it would have stopped me from adding another Algonquin College program. But now I can go in, I can select outdoor at Algonquin College, and we have our outdoor adventure programs. So I'm a high energy person, I'm thinking outdoor adventure, I click Save, and now I have 3 choices from the 3 different campuses of Algonquin College. I thought that'd make it nice and rounded. Now, even after you pay for your application, you can go back and you can change your choices. Just any changes you make will be time-stamped. But you can go in and you can augment, you can edit, you can change, you can move choices up even after you've actually applied and actually done the payment. So once you've made your choices, we've got basis of admission. Will you have a high school equivalency diploma or GED? In my case, yes. Are you currently enrolled in high school? No. Save and continue to the next step. Transcript request is next. Now you're almost always going to click this button. I'm not actually applying this year. This is kind of my false application, so I'm not going to click that button right now. Otherwise, it's going to send a transcript request to my high school, and it's been so long, I doubt they even remember me. And then it's a similar process if you're looking for college or university transcripts. Now, once you've done that, click Save, and then you've got one more step left, and that's the payment summary. So typically, you got another chance to review here. Yeah, that looks all right. I got a choice at all 3 of the Algonquin College campuses. Yeah, looks good. I owe $95, process payment. So there's online Interact payment, there's MasterCard, Visa payment using a credit card, and of course one of these automatic payments, it'll automatically process your application. So you automatically go live into the system. Now, one little tip, maybe you don't have a credit card. The temporary credit cards you can get from a grocery store or like a Shoppers Drug Mart, a prepaid MasterCard or Visa, will work. You'll still want to put in a cardholder name, put in your own name, put in the number, the expiry date, all that stuff. It will work. They always come in $100 sizes, so you will have $5 left over to buy yourself a Starbucks coffee maybe, but those temporary credit cards do work for this application. Now, in the interest of me not sharing my credit card information, I will not put my credit card in here. I'm going to leave the application there, but you'll put in your information, click process transaction, and then you're live. Then you've actually applied to college. Good for you. So that is the steps on how to apply to college. So let me just get back into the presentation here. And of course it's taking its little time. So once you've applied to college, there's going to be a couple more steps after that. So let's leave you with a bit of a timeline here. So after you've applied to college, if you meet the requirements for your program, you'll get accepted normally within a couple days. Now, if you want to learn a bit more about prerequisites and program requirements, I do have a webinar, another How to Apply to College webinar, which I go into more details about that. You can find that at the webinar center at Algonquin College. I'll show you how to get there right now, actually. So, Algonquin College. I'm a future student. I'm thinking about attending Algonquin College, so I choose future student. And if you scroll down here, the webinar center gives you a good list of tools. So here's another How to Apply to Algonquin College webinar. And I go in a little bit more detail about what prerequisites mean, some academic and non-academic prerequisites, and what to expect there. That's a great resource, and you're going to find this webinar posted in that webinar center as well. So you get accepted. Then it's up to you to confirm your offer. You might get accepted up to 3 times to Algonquin College. So you choose what program it is that you actually want to attend, and you confirm that offer with us. You can do that right through ontariocolleges.ca, but you'll also given access to an account with Algonquin College called Access, the Algonquin College Student Information System. Now, once you've done that, we will ask you to make a $500 tuition deposit. That will hold your spot in your program. Once making this tuition deposit, now the rest of your academic fees won't be asked for until normally about 3 or 4 weeks into September. So that gives you lots of time to collect your funding, obviously, and pay for it. Not right the first day of school, but a couple weeks in. If you do require assistance, if you are looking for student loans, it's important that you apply to college soon so you can get the OSAP application running. OSAP takes a couple weeks to process. It stands for the Ontario Student Assistance Program, and it's what most students here in Ontario use to get a student loan. And it goes over your finances, and it'll create a custom loan just for you. So if you are planning on attending in the fall, I strongly urge you to apply early and get that OSAP application started as soon as you can so you have money available to you in September. Now, some big dates this year. Once you confirm and you're accepted, if you do this by August 5th, your timetable will be released around that date. So you can get a chance to see what your classes look like, where you're going to be going. What's important to know is that a lot of students who might have attended university, they have to select their classes individually, one by one, and register individually. You don't have to do that at Algonquin College because most of your programs use all core classes. We design your schedule for you. So that's released around August 5th. Now, the first day of classes is going to be September 6th this year. So the first day is going to be a big orientation. It's called Algonquin College Day 1. And it's going to show you some of the systems and services you can use at Algonquin College to make sure you have all options to be successful. So again, this is going to be your timeline for the summer. Now, yeah, it is later than some students apply, but it's not too late to apply to Algonquin College. It's just if you're applying between now and the end of summer, we're just going to try to speed up the process as best we can. If you are applying late, I will urge you to contact me. So here's my business card. Take a picture of my business card here. Then I'll have it with you because you're probably going to be carrying your cell phone around you everywhere you go. Whether you're shopping or playing Pokemon Go, you'll have my contact information with you. So that kind of wraps up the topics I wanted to cover tonight. So I'm going to start to open it up to questions. My friend Juliana, also from Student Recruitment, is going to be helping him out with questions today. So some of them she might have answered by text. Other questions she's going to be sending me, and I'm going to answer live on the screen. So again, if you're applying late, this is my contact information. Let me know. I'll make sure that the registrar's office knows you're applying late, so we can push that application through quickly if we can. So thank you so much for attending tonight, guys. I really appreciate you taking time out of your evening to attend this live webinar session. I'm going to end the recording here for people that are watching this as a recorded version. But for those of you listening live at home, we are going to open it up to live question and answer periods right now. So thank you so much for those watching the recorded version. For those listening live, we'll continue on with questions. Have a great night.